Good evening, Raider Nation. If you don't know who I am Joe Morley, and I'm a fan that just loves to talk about the Raiders. And tomorrow morning, we got to wake up early on the West Coast. We got to wake up. I mean, I think they have a game in London if you want to watch that game. But the Raiders travel to the East Coast. The Raiders travel to Indianapolis. They play that 10 o'clock time slot for us right there. So if you're waking up early in the morning, make sure you guys get that coffee in you. Make sure you get ready for the game. And of course, what can we say? The Raiders have major injury concerns entering this game, especially now coming out with the Brock Bowers injury. That week one injury was a lot worse than what it's finding out to be, right? Colton Miller, we lost last week. Michael Mayer's out. Jermaine Pratt is not playing in this game either. So there's a lot of injury concerns, a lot of players out, but the Raiders don't have excuses. They're sitting at 1-3, and they need to get shit done. They need to put another win on this tally right here. And we have a struggling quarterback, right? Geno Smith in this Raiders offense has underperformed this season. They have scored 24 points in back-to-back consecutive losses, but now they're going up against a really good, talented defensive line of DeForest Buckner and Latu of the Indianapolis Colts, right? I mean, you got to wonder about that right there. If you guys are watching me, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I am live on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. If you are on Instagram, I apologize because I cannot see your comments. If you want to comment and you want your comments to come on the screen, you have to come to Facebook or Instagram, or you can just watch from Facebook or YouTube, or you can just watch from Instagram. So the little glimmer, I guess, of hope that we can get, because we have a little glimmer of hope. Like I think the Colts are beatable. The Colts are 3-1. That's their record. They jump out in front of teams. They have a great running game, and they get those early leads and force teams to come back and pass it on them. But our little glimmer of hope that the Raiders have to pull this upset, because it will be an upset, because the Colts are favored by 7 points tomorrow. 7 points. Ridiculous, right? 7-point underdogs going in. So the Raiders have that. Our little glimpse of hope is our rookie running back in Ashton Jeanty, because what you saw last week, that 138-yard performance, unbelievable, right? Finally got that offensive line working, finally got him clicking, got him in the passing game, actually had a good 1-2 punch with him and Raheem Mostert, which when Pete Carroll and John Spytek came over, and then this is where I'm going to go off a little bit. Did we not think that maybe our front office, maybe some of these moves, these head-scratching moves, wouldn't be there with John Spytek and Pete Carroll? Like, where was Raheem Mostert for the first 3 weeks of the season? And I cried about it every week, and I was on there going out there yelling about it, saying, where is Raheem Mostert, and why is he inactive? And finally, you put him on the field. He goes for 70-plus yards, and then they go, you know what? Raheem Mostert is our number 2 running back for the rest of the year. And Chip Kelly comes out and he goes, well, we always knew that this was going to be the one. Then why didn't you do it at the beginning of the season? just some head-scratching moves that the Raiders have done that I thought maybe we were past that with the new era, but it's some of it is still right there, right? And, with the way they managed Brock Bowers' injury has kind of been sus. And then the way they handled the JPJ incident, where it's just questionable roster personnel decisions from what we thought would be a stable front office of Pete Carroll and stuff. But we are only 4 games into regime. It's just something that I want to see them kind of clean up a little bit. And could this be the game that rookie wide receiver Jack Bech actually comes in and actually plays across the middle and actually gets involved in the offense, right? Because we really haven't seen a lot out of our rookies this year. We really haven't seen remember when everybody was like, this draft class by the Raiders, this draft class by the Raiders is one of the best in history. Where the fuck they at? Where are they at? That's what I'm asking. Like, we've seen Ashton Genty. Darian Porter took a game or two to finally get out there on the field, but he's been lights out. Where's the rest of them? Right? We drafted 2 offensive linemen, and I guess they're not good enough or ready enough to be part of this offensive line that's looked like crap. So it would be nice to see Jack Bech out there, right? What's up, Captain? Gustavo saying, let's go Raiders and Dodgers. I know what you're saying. What's up, Cruz? Franklin is saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. But yeah, but I understand. It's not built in a day, but you want to see progress, right? And do we know what for sure Brock Bowers' injury is? It's his knees from week 1. Yeah, and exactly. You want to see a little bit of improvement each and every week. But it's just crazy the errors that we've seen from the front office. And like, is it just the Raiders curse? Like, when you become a coach of the Raiders or you become a GM, you just inherit some of the bad stuff that we do. But with Brock Bowers more than likely not playing, and guys, this is why I tell you to pay close attention to the injury reports. And not the injury report on Wednesday, not the injury report on Thursday. It's the injury report that you want to watch is Friday and Saturday. If a player is limited or full go on Thursday or on Friday and Saturday, more than likely they're going to be in the game. If they do not practice, if it's not straight not practice on Friday and Saturday, don't count them on being in the game. Don't count them. So when I saw that Brock Bowers did not practice yesterday, I was already assuming in my head that he wasn't playing. I already made the moves in my fantasy leagues and all that stuff that I need to get in. They'll probably play like never. This is Noe. You are 100% correct. Every time Raider fans doubt their team, every time we think that our team is completely done, every time we think the Raiders are just going to get their asses handed to them, right? And especially in this game, a 7-point underdog. Somehow they come out and they win a game and they pull us right back into their bullshit, right? They pull us right back into that crap. What's up, Raider Slim? How you doing tonight? Getting ready for that game in Indianapolis. You know how it is. But yeah, like I said, if you guys are on Instagram and you guys are watching on Instagram, you want me to pull your comments on the screen, you have to come over to YouTube or Facebook and one of those over there. But like I was talking about, I've talked about the major injuries that the Raiders have to overcome. The struggling quarterback, we need Geno Smith to get on track. Geno, we have the game plans. Like if Geno doesn't force the ball to Jacoby Myers on some of those interceptions, Trey Tucker has been wide open a lot this season. Trey Tucker has been wide open a ton this season. And Geno found him against the Washington team, but there was a whole other bunch of problems in that game. But Geno needs to be able to find Trey Tucker some more. And like I said, if we can get our 1-2 punch going with Ashton Genty and Raheem Mostert again, we could test this Colts defense, because that's one thing that hasn't happened this year. The Colts haven't been tested on defense. And I've told you guys this before, and I'll tell you this again. The Colts have the least amount of rushing attempts against them this season because they jump out to those early leads and they're able to control the game later on. So the Raiders already have a defense that doesn't bend, don't break, right? We've been in a lot of bad field position because Mr. Geno Smith likes to throw interceptions. So that has put us in the bad situation, but our defense has been pretty good at holding teams to field goals over touchdowns. So we need to keep the score low so we can be able to continue to run the ball and get at that defense and see if we can really work this defense down. The Colts are sitting at 3-1, good for them. But when you look at who the Colts have beaten, are you really impressed with the Miami Dolphins, right? They beat the Denver Broncos on on a little help from the referees in that game. And then they beat the Tennessee Titans, and they lost last week to the Rams. So are they benefiting from an easy early going schedule? We'll find out tomorrow, right? We'll find out how good this Raider team is, and if the Raiders can continue to build off of good stuff. Because not only did we have a good rushing attack last week, right, with Ash and Genty in that offense, our defensive line, especially Max Crosby, cooked last week. Like I want to see if that can come back. I want to see Max Crosby versus this newly formed Colts offensive line and see what they get going. So the Colts, for our defense, the Colts have an elite running game. They have an elite running game. Jonathan Taylor is the league leading with rushing yards right now, and that's going to be the major challenge for the Raiders. Is can they stop Jonathan Taylor? And Jonathan Taylor in previous games against the Raiders has basically whooped the Raiders' ass. I don't know if you guys know this, but Jonathan Taylor is the Raiders' daddy at some point, right? In the past, he is dominating. He has in the past against the Raiders, he's rushed for 500 yards, 5 touchdowns. That Jonathan Taylor has had some great games versus the Raiders, and we don't need to see that performance again. And I understand. I got Jonathan Taylor on a couple fantasy teams. I will take the fantasy football loss for the Raiders to win. Like that's what it comes down to. And Daniel Jones, right? Daniel Jones coming out of nowhere, playing at high level under head coach Shane Steichen, right? Shane Steichen got him throwing at a 71.9 completion rate. And his passing rating is 103. That's dangerous. That's why the Colts are dangerous this year, because when you have a badass running back, an elite running back like Jonathan Taylor doing his thing, and then you have Daniel Jones who's not turning the ball over, throwing at a 71 completion ratage, your offense is just clicking. And that play action is just getting people to bite all day. That play action of the Indianapolis Colts, like if you're not stopping, like holy crap. No wonder Danny Dimes is having a hell of a season. I mean, you gave him a good running back, something that New York Giants took away from him, right? They were like, you know what? You don't need Saquon Barkley. Go do it yourself. And then Saquon goes and wins the championship. And then Daniel Jones somehow finds his way to having another badass running back. So the Raiders defense is going to get tested, right, by Max Crosby. He's going to get tested. The Colts offense is a top 5 offense in not only yards but in points, and they've only given up 4 sacks on the season so far. 4 sacks in 4 games is unbelievable for that Colts offensive line. And you want to know how many times the Colts have punted the ball? Like this is ridiculous. This is one of the ridiculous things. You want to know how many times the Colts have punted the ball? 5 times. Their punter has come out and kicked the ball 5 times. 5 times in 4 games. And 4 of them were last week against the Rams. So they punted 1 time. They punted 1 time in 3 weeks. Ridiculous, huh? Ridiculous. Like that's what the Colts have been up to. But like I'm saying, the Colts are a great team. They are beatable. They are missing some people out there this week. They do have some injuries on their team as well. But the players to watch this week, and you already know where the player to watch this week starts. It starts right there on the offensive line. It starts right there with the replacement of Colton Miller with Stone Forsythe. Like that's the main one. He has the biggest challenge this week. He has to replace one of the top tackles, not only on the Raiders, but in the whole league, right, of Colton Miller. And we've already had struggles on this offensive line, so that puts even more pressure on him to do his god dang it job, right? Do your job. And Max Crosby, we want to see. I already said that's a matchup with him. And the Raiders are going to be without their tight end. So who's stepping up for the Raiders? Who's stepping up for the Raiders in the middle of the field on offense? That's something we got to do. But this is a big game for the Raiders as they are 1-3. If they can somehow pull this upset and become 2-3, they got the Tennessee Titans next week, and they got a chance to go 500, right? And going into Kansas City 3-3. If not, you drop the 1-4, and now you're really digging out of that hole. Now you're really in a big hole trying to get out of there, and it's going to be very, very tough. But like I said, the Colts have their injuries. They have Alec Pierce, who's had a concussion. He's out, and their top corner, Kenny Moore, is out with Achilles. They also lost their safety, Daniel Scott. So they have some things going, but Vegas odds are like, you know what? Give them 7 points. Give them 7 points and 47.5 points scored. But who normally wins when there's a 7-point spread? Vegas odd makers, right? So they might be getting us. Sometimes it's a closer game when you see it. When JPJ balls out, I'm buying a 58 jersey for next game for sure. There you go. You might as well just put it on order already because he's going to ball out. JPJ balled out last week and had a great game. But, yeah, it's waking up early on Sundays to watch football. And this is what I love about living on the West Coast is there's, like, people are like, people are like, how do you do it on the West Coast? Because I would rather wake up early than get football later. I love waking up at 6:30 in the morning and having football from 6:30 in the morning to 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. It works out amazingly, and it's awesome just to have fun. But Raider fans, I'm excited to see what our team does tomorrow because you are meeting you. This is a big part in Pete Carroll's regime right here. We're already hitting it early. Pete needs to show that he has his team on track. We need to compete in this game, right? And Pete Carroll needs to show that he is making the improvement and that his team, no matter what, there is no excuses, no injuries, you can't use these. You got to get your team ready to play. You need to get them out there, and you need to go out there and you need to force and run this damn ball down Indianapolis's throat. And you need to keep your foot on the gas pedal. So I think this is a huge game for this Raider regime. This is a huge game for Pete Carroll. It's right there. Like there's never. I don't like saying must-win games early in the season, but this is a must-win game because if the Raiders drop to 1-4, you might as well just kiss it goodbye. And like I said, I wasn't expecting the Raiders to make the playoffs this year. I had the Raiders going 7-10 going into the season, and people didn't like that because the depth of the Raiders roster, it's going to get tested, and it's already getting tested early right now. It just wasn't there for me. When I was looking at it, it just wasn't there. With Brock Bowers being out, we're missing out on one of the best chances of seeing Brock Bowers and Tyler Warren, two of the greatest tight ends in the game right now. With Tyler Warren having one hell of a rookie season. So if you're out there watching him, go ahead and do that. But yeah, we got the real quick. If you guys are going to the Tennessee Titans game, which is next weekend in Las Vegas, right here on this side of me, I got to do it the opposite of the camera. So right here, Raiderverse, that's me, Samoan Raider, MC Raider, Go-Go Power Ranger, the GOAT, Kukui will be there, Mr. Fitz will be there. All of us are taking over the Raider Masquerade right there. It's an all-you-can-eat, all-you-can-drink, yes, alcohol too. And you use that promo code Raiderverse10, and you guys get the 10% off. You can scan that, or you can go to confirm360.com. Let me show you guys what's up. Here it is right here, Raider Masquerade. This is what it is. It's a VIP tailgating with a twist is what it says. You guys see that? You guys go here. Look at that. They got food. They got drinks. It is a little expensive. I ain't going to lie. It is expensive. But how much? What's not expensive in Las Vegas? So for $150, you're going to get food. You're going to get drinks. You're going to get live DJ, big screens, all that stuff, a chance to win merchandise. You go there, you do all this. Look at that. They got the pirate ship. They got all kinds of stuff there, free. Well, it's not free, but you got the pirate ship, you got the dancing, and all this stuff going on with the promo code. You click on the one you want, put the promo code in, and it's easy to go. It is my birthday, so I will be celebrating my birthday. Come celebrate my birthday with me and the Raiderverse right there at the Raider Masquerade. When you're in Vegas, why do you want to chug around a barbecue? Why do you want to take away that? Just come and have it. Have I been in there before? No, I have not. It's my first time being in there. So I'm excited to test it out and see what's going on. I've seen it before. I've always wanted to go in there. And I said, why not make it the Titans game? You get to go in there at 9:30 in the morning, and you get to stay all the way till 1:30 right before kickoff. I guess that would be a little bit after kickoff. But, I mean, food, drinks, all that is included. I mean, where can you get that? Like, you're going to pay that price inside the stadium. You might as well. And if the Raiders aren't playing well, at least you had a great time in the tailgate, right? So, Cruz, you're going to the Titans game. Yeah. I mean, it's a football game, right? It's a football game. So, yeah. I mean, I wasn't trying to look ahead till next week to the next week, but I will. I'm just saying, if you want to go to if you are going to Las Vegas and you are going to that Titan game, there's something for you to do. Come check it out. Come hang out with us over there. Like I said, I mean, $150 is expensive. It is expensive, but get your food while. That's what my fat ass is going to do. That's what my fat ass is. You don't think I'm going to eat while I'm in there? I'm going to be like, hey, this was $150. Come on. Come on with it. Give me those drinks. Keep the food coming because I'm gonna break you. You're gonna charge me that much money. I'm gonna break you, but I'm gonna have a great time doing it. We're gonna have a great time. And like I said, and you can put the wrist. They'll give you a wristband. You can walk in and out of the place, so you're not just stuck in there. But it is in Lot B. But hey, Raider fans, we're always looking for something for a tailgate area. We're always looking for something. And since it is Vegas, most of us are coming from hotels. Most of us are coming from somewhere else. We're not just driving in like we used to do in Oakland and having a great time. We're actually like spending multiple days in Vegas. So why not make tailgating easy and come on over to the Raider Masquerade with us? There it is. Like I said, it's your choice of which one you want to buy, which one you want to do. But hey, use that promo code Raiderverse10 and get that 10% off, and then just come in and eat. That way you don't have to buy the stadium food, right? That way you don't have to worry about eating when you get in the stadium. You're already full, and you don't have to worry about breakfast. It's more likely you're going to take care of all your meals that day for that one price. Just saying. And it's my birthday, so you can say what's up to me, and you can hang out with everybody else. And hopefully by then we're 2-3. Hopefully by then we beat the Raiders. We do that. What's up, Chewy? But just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there. Yes. Like I said, if you guys are on Instagram, I cannot get your comments. So you please come over to Facebook or YouTube, and I could throw your comments on the screen if you guys want to. But I'm just having a great time, a great Saturday night right before the game, trying to get us a little bit pumped up because I know how it feels. I'm feeling the same way that every Raider fan is, right? We're frustrated. Like, even if we didn't expect our team to win 10 games, even if we thought our team would struggle a little bit, right? It's not cool. We don't love it. We hate it. Like, that's a horrible feeling each and every week to watch the game. And last week was one of the games that was straight defeating. And because you thought, like, you're sitting there watching the Raiders the whole game, and the Raiders are winning that game, and they're dominating that game, and they're just doing everything to keep afloat. But they're also letting the Bears just stay in there. And then when the Bears came back and won, and then the blocked field goal, we just felt it again, right? And it just hit us all again. And I understand. And I'm right there. I'm right there. I'm a fan, and I'm a passionate fan. And you guys always see it in my videos. I show you my raw emotions at that time, right? And then people get pissed off because they go back to that one moment in time and be like, well, you were pissed off at this. Because I show you how I'm feeling. If the Raiders are down 10-0, I'm going to show you my pissed off emotion. And then if somehow they come back and it's 10-10, I'm going to be hyped up. That's how fandom is, right? That's how we get crazy with it. We are in the moment with our team, and that's how I do it. That's how I do it. I like to be in the moment as a fan. I like to take each touch. Look. I went to a Raider game in Oakland. Derek Carr's rookie year, for all you Derek Carr fans. Derek Carr's rookie year. We went to a Thursday night game in Oakland. Raiders record 0-10. 0 wins, 10 losses. And I went into that game going, let's go Raiders! Raiders! I didn't go in there going, tank, we should lose this game. No, I went in there like, hell no. We're going to win this game. I started a guy on my fantasy team, a running back named Latavius Murray that day, because I had a feeling he was going to break out. Oh, he broke out that game. The Raiders won that game. I want to say it was 24-20 or 24-21. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs. And I left that stadium. I was walking out of the Oakland Alameda Coliseum. I don't know what it was at that time, a Cafe Coliseum, O.com. I don't know what it was. Walking out of there, yelling 1-10, 1-10. Because it doesn't matter the record. It doesn't matter how the team performed the week before. The day game day hits, like tomorrow morning, it's a fresh start. And as you guys have seen, any given Sunday in the NFL, anything can happen. You just saw it on Thursday night. A depleted, banged up, nobody on the roster for the 49ers. And they went down to SoFi Stadium and knocked off the Rams. So there is absolutely no excuses for any team to go out there and lose. No excuses, because you have a roster of 53 guys. Plus another 15 guys on your practice squad that you can move up and down. What's up, Isaiah? How you doing? Your team needs to be prepared each and every week to win games and compete. That's what Pete came in here, right? That's what Pete Carroll is preaching to the Raider Nation. Compete. We don't need blowout losses. We need to be in each and every one of these games. We need to be improving each and every one of these games. And it does not matter if Brock Bowers is on the field. It does not matter if we're down to our third string offensive tackle. You need to compete. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Just Raider baby, what's going on? So, I gave you my keys to the game. I gave you who I was looking forward to watching in this game. I told you what to do, what can happen. I told you what I expect. I expect the Raiders to hang in this game. I expect the Raiders to compete. I expect the Raiders to give the Indianapolis Colts, if not beat the Indianapolis Colts tomorrow. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Dodgers won today. Maybe Raiders win tomorrow. I hope so. That's what I'm going for. I'll take that. And it's cool that the Dodgers don't play tomorrow. The way that the baseball set up that series works out great for the Dodgers, especially the way they worked their bullpen today. Do it for the Raider Nations. That's why I attend. There you go, Dub. Dub, I always see you out there. I know you're doing your thing. You're always supporting the Raiders just as much as I am. And it sucks. And I talked to a guy today. Look, if you ever see me out in public or whatever, you can stop me all day. I love talking football. I love talking Raiders. So I was actually at Lowe's today. I was at Lowe's. I was walking out. I just got done buying a few things for the house. I was walking out, and somebody stopped and talked to me. Hey, what's up, Joe? Hey, I was at the Raider game last week, and we started talking about the Raiders-Bears game. And he goes, that was my first time going to a Raider game. Is it always like that? I go, you mean more opposing fans than Raider fans? Yeah, it's like that. And I said people get upset, and Raider fans get upset, and they say, why do we allow other teams to take over our stadium? I mean, that's a question you got to ask yourself when you're sitting at home watching the game and you're the one getting pissed off. If you're sitting at home watching the game and you don't give a damn what's going on and you don't care about the crowd, cool. But if you're one of those guys that's sitting at home and you're like, oh, why is there orange in our stadium? Well, maybe because your ass is at home. Maybe you should be over there buying a ticket. And I'm not attacking you. I'm saying if you're going to make an issue about people taking over our stadium, then you need to be the one that goes out there and do it. I show up, I expect the other teams to take over our stadium. We're in Las Vegas. Who wouldn't want to come to Las Vegas, right? And the Raiders haven't given us anything to really cheer for, and tickets are freaking expensive. And I understand all that, and if you don't go to the game and you have your reasons for it, that's why. But don't go and yell at Raider fans for not showing up when you're doing the same damn thing. Dodgers won today, Joe Morley against the Phillies, and hopefully the Raiders do the dub tomorrow. Yeah. I'm right there with you. That was a good Dodger victory right today. I'll be there for the Jags win or loss. I will always be a Raider fan. Yeah, and those are the two games, like the Titans game, which I'm saying, guys, if you guys want to come kick it with me in the Raider Masquerade for the Titans game, I'll be there with the Raiderverse. Here's your promo code right here. All you can eat, all you can drink. Yes, alcohol is there. Raiderverse 10 is your promo code for 10% off. You guys check that out. So Dub said when he doesn't attend, he sells it to Raider fans. The Titans shouldn't travel well. The Titans fans and their fan base shouldn't travel well. They might be 0-5 at that time. Jacksonville, the next game after that, they don't really have a lot of fans and they don't travel. So Raider fans, those are two games that even if you feel that the Raiders aren't really pumping you up, they're not entertaining you, those are two games. If you want to go to a Raider game, you want to check out the stadium, you want to feel what it is to be in Allegiant Stadium, maybe you haven't been there for the first time, then you show up. Those are the two games. The tickets might be a little bit cheaper those times because people start dropping tickets and you can get them. So those are the two games. If you want to get there, get in the stadium, cheer on the team, come check out Pete Carroll, come check out the team, see what's going on. And like I said, if you want to hang out with me, it's my birthday weekend of October 12th against the Titans. All you can eat, all you can drink in the Raiders Masquerade. And I told you they have all kinds of stuff in there. They got a pirate ship, they got TVs. Why bring a grill to Vegas when you don't have to, when you could just come party with us and just pay the money to get in and you don't have to worry about anything else? I mean, where else can you get 4 hours of food and drinks before the game while watching the red zone or whatever you got to do to get ready for Raider games? Is Carroll a one season and done coach? No. If the Raiders were to fire Pete Carroll, I would assume that they would keep John Spytek because I think John Spytek and Tom Brady are here for the long run. Then why would you hire Pete Carroll in the first place? If the Raiders were to fire Pete Carroll, you would expect that everything would have to go wrong this season. Like it would have to be the whole thing burning down and looking horrible. Hey, if Cheeto wants to come with me, I got him. He can come party with me. I got his. So if Cheeto wants to come in with the Masquerade with me, I'll get him. He can be my guest, and we can party our birthday together. Damn, I wish I could go to that one. It's Leo's birthday. Yeah, I didn't know it was Leo's birthday, but now it's my birthday and Leo's birthday. We tearing it up. We going to Vegas, baby. Vegas. We're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna hit Leo up and let him know to come to the Raiderverse with us because MC Raider's already gonna be in there, so he might as well just come in there and have a great time with us. And I just want to check it out. Like I've seen it a couple times. I've never been in there because, like I said, when I'm always looking at it, I'm looking at the price. But now I'm like, I kind of spend that already in the stadium. Just last week, I mean, I'm fat. Like, I love to eat. Like, I don't know about you guys. So I got nachos, brisket nachos. I had a brisket, like mac and cheese, just getting the sodas in the stadium. Like, it adds up. So if I'm going to spend the money in the stadium, I might as well spend it before the game, because most of the time I walk around the tailgate and people hand me food or drinks, but most of the time I'm doing my videos and I'm like, get in the stadium and I'm just starving. Now I already have an excuse to eat. Isaiah said it's my birthday this month too, October 21st. Hell yeah. 14 days after my birthday, Isaiah, is your birthday. So remind me, I should be. My plan is to go live almost each and every day now. Like, now that I have the time, a little bit of time to do so, and just talk. And like I said, all of us are feeling a certain way, right? Even if you've been a Raider fan for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, if you've been a Raider fan for 40, 50 years, all of us are feeling the same way. We might not all have the same opinion on how to fix a team, but we all want to see the Raiders win. And so I feel like this, and doing long form format like this, I'm not used to it. I'm used to doing a 1 to 2 minute video and be like, here, post it. But I'm trying to get into this long form format and be able to just talk to people and let you guys get your frustration out just like me. Like, after I'm done with the show, I'm like, whew, it's a lot of weight. And I got a lot of weight, but that's a lot of weight that I got out. I got to get like everything that's in my head and that I'm thinking about, like the Raiders. And like, I mean, the good thing is tomorrow, right? I could probably go live tomorrow after the game and be ready to go and be talking about it and just see how it goes and get people's just live reaction, because that's what I'm talking about. I want the raw emotions, right? Like when I go to Vegas in the game, I don't live in Vegas, so I drive to Vegas, and I don't get to make a video until I get home, and it's just like 4 hours of me driving and just being pissed off all the way home. At least tomorrow I'll be home. I can come live. I could get it all out, put it on the air. I can have you guys come on talk, and we can do all that. I don't like to do. I was thinking about going live during the game. I can't do that because I get so upset. I do, but I get so upset during the game that I can't do it. I can't do it during the game. But I will plan on going live like this after the game tomorrow and see how it goes, good or bad. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a long one, maybe it's a short one, but I plan on doing that tomorrow, so you guys can come with me and do that, and we could talk with that, and plus the afternoon games, whatever's going on, and hopefully I hit some parlays or something, and we could celebrate that. Yeah, look at Dub saying he's definitely pissed right after the game. Yeah, like that. Like, people think like some of my videos are like, they're like, you stage those or whatever. No, like that Bears game where I'm actually like, I'm standing and I'm watching and the kick is, and I just sit down. I sat there in the stadium and watched basically everybody leave. And the ushers had to come up to me and they were like, hey, it's time to go. And I'm just like, why again? Like, we did it again. Like, that's how bad that loss affected me. But you know how it is. It's just like Raider Nation. Every week we were like, okay, that loss sucked. Monday we're still like, damn, I can't believe we lost. We're 1-3. Tuesday we're like, okay, we got the Colts this week, but we're 1-3. Wednesday we're like getting pumped up again, and by the time like it's already Saturday, I'm ready for the game, baby. I'm ready to go. So I hope all you guys are ready to go as well. I appreciate you guys spending your Saturday night with me. I don't know. I'm just testing out new times, new everything. Just testing out basically this whole thing. I mean, it's crazy that I can be on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram all at the same time to be able to talk to people. And it's crazy that you guys actually interact and want to have this conversation. But I guess that's what it is, because we're all so tired. We all want to see the Raider Nation win, right? We want to see, like, we're tired. I'm tired of watching other teams win. I'm tired of Niner fans dancing in the streets of LA. Get the hell on out of here, Niner fans. I'm tired of seeing Philly fans be all happy. No, Philly fans are some of the worst people in the world, and they're celebrating Super Bowls. I ain't about that. I want the passionate Raider fans to feel it. I want the passionate Raider fans for us to get what we deserve. And like I tell people, like, they go, why don't you switch teams? Because that's bitch move. Ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody gonna bandwagon to another team because when you put your heart and soul into a team and you go through the ups and downs of that team, and when they finally and they do and they will, and when the Raiders finally win, it'd be all worth it. It's all going to be worth it, and we'll see it. I got to experience that with the Dodgers their first time, and everybody in 2020, and everybody said that was my first Dodger championship that I got to see as you know, as an adult, as ever in my life. And people will say it's a Mickey Mouse championship. I don't give a damn. When the Dodgers won that championship, like so much went through my life in 2020. And there's the reason I am able to broadcast and do this right now is because of what happened to me in 2020 when I got really sick. And I don't know if you guys know my story, but I lost my voice. I couldn't talk. I couldn't even my lungs are still screwed up from it. And the only way I got to rehab was I got a microphone and I started doing podcasts and I started talking. And if you listen to some of my early stuff, you can hear it really bad. Like you can hear the, and it's me struggling really bad to get back into it. So when the Dodgers won that World Series, like the emotions hit and the emotions hit hard. And that if I have the feeling that if the Raiders win, when the Raiders do that, Dub said he don't dwell no more. Seeing the players hugging on opposing players and cashing their fat checks, I'm not getting pissed anymore. Yeah, but you know who you see leave the field pissed off? Max Crosby. Sup, Jay Dub Raider. So Captain is saying what's up to everybody in the house. But I appreciate you guys hanging out. I think I've gone through all my bullet points that I wanted to go through. I've been on here for a good amount of time, and I just hope and I hope we are able to compete. And I want to see that win tomorrow. I know you guys want to see that win tomorrow. Do I like the Lakers? I'm not a Laker fan. I'm not really a basketball fan, to be honest with you. I did like watching the Lakers when Kobe was there. I'll tell you that, and that's probably the only time I actually watched basketball was when Kobe was there. But I'm not a big basketball guy. I'll watch basketball when it gets to the playoffs, but I don't really have a team that I root for. So I know a lot of people are like, "Come on, you're a Raider fan, you're a Dodger fan. Just give me that Laker fan." And I'm like, I can't do it. But I appreciate everybody. Have a good Saturday evening, and let's get her up early and get ready for that game tomorrow. Like I said, if you're on the West Coast, we got football at 6:30 in the morning. I love that. I like people are like, "You're a Raider fan, you don't know nothing." I watch every football game. I'll turn on the 22 film. I'll go back and watch games throughout the week. Like I love NFL football. Raiders are my team, yes. Not my fault. I had a horrible decision when I was a kid picking the Raiders. But I love NFL football, and people say, you can't talk about my team. You're a Raider fan. I know more about your team than you know about your team. It's crazy that I love watching football. So tomorrow I'll wake up at 6:30 in the morning. I'll watch it, and I won't stop watching football till 8 o'clock at night. That's just the way I am. Just the way I am. So if you are on the West Coast like me, let's love it. Let's improve it. But I appreciate everybody that has been in here. It's a great show tonight. And yes, I will go live. Please check out the Raider Masquerade. It's right here. Raiderverse will be taking over for the Titans. It's all you can eat, all you can drink. And as I said, with alcohol, guys. Like, where else can you get that for that price? It is a little more expensive, but it's Vegas, baby. And you don't have to drag away a barbecue. You don't have to worry about what you're going to eat. It's all there. It's going to be there, and you can hang out with me for my birthday. Oh, look who came in the house right here. Look who came in here right at the end. NFL Mike. NFL Mike coming in here because his team is 3-1, and the Chargers, the Chargers on the top of the world right now. But good for the Chargers. But that injury bug has hit the Chargers too. I don't drink, but if I'm saying people love alcohol, I don't drink alcohol, but I'm going to drink all the Dr. Peppers they got. I'm going to drink all the sodas they got. I'm going to tear that up. But if I advertise it because people who do drink, that's the one thing people love in the tailgate, right? To drink alcohol and have a great time. It is my birthday. I'll probably take a shot. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I can't turn down a shot on my birthday when people are like, "Hey, Joe." So I'll probably do that. But I just want to hang out with everybody, have a good time. You know? I don't discourage people not to drink. Like I drink responsibly, but I'm not going to tell you like don't drink around me because I don't drink. It's not my thing. I'm here to have a good time and have a good time with the Raider Nation. And I'll end the show with this comment right here. Chargers still choke all time, all time. Remember when the Chargers had that number one offense, number one defense, and they still sucked. They still lost. All right, guys, have a great night.